Alright, welcome back, guys. So, did a little bit of work here. I added 2 more purifiers for iron because that's what we use the most of around here. And I had noticed that it was getting low on the belt whenever we were running our research. So, we're going to go ahead and do construction robotics, get that turned on. We have got our stone miner thing unlocked, so we can get that started soon. And apparently there are advanced roboports. We also have uranium processing unlocked now. But basically, due to the weird way this mod likes to inject fluids, you can't really do it the same as over here because you can't have these two touching. Otherwise, it'll make things weird. So I had to put an extra gap in there, and plus we have to have the water coming in there, so spread them out a bit, unfortunately, and I just have all of them going to this one belt, and I may have to upgrade this belt to red, but we will see how this handles it over there. Today we are going to work on smelting these new minerals we have here. So we got copper, titanium, and neodymium from this up here. I did notice that we were having a bit of an issue with the output of water. So I did actually take our water output from here and I ran it back to this tank. So it'll be flushing water in here as fast as it can. This one is turned off, which is our input line from the pump over here. I may actually just get rid of this pump altogether, because we have basically that pump over there, and then we have this one up here. This one is running all of the things that are down this direction and down to our oil stuff. And I may, here in the next little bit, go ahead and make one large one of these silo tanks here and just have all of our water go in to that one silo and have it all come out rather than having these multiple ones. I think it would be a little bit easier on making sure that everything that has exhaust water can exhaust its water without any issue, because as you see, this is staying steadily full, or at least steadily at 70-ish. But let's go ahead and get into what we're going to be doing today. So I took some of our landfill and filled in a bit of area over here. I also made a blueprint of these two and turned it around and put it up here. That way we knew what room we were going to need if we ended up putting in more steel and aluminum, because that is the idea that I'm going to be using here. Is we have 2 iron, 2 copper, which we don't have the second copper needed yet, and then 1 steel and 1 aluminum. And if we end up needing more, we will just put more iron here, more copper here, and then aluminum steel will be up there. So we're going to put our arc furnaces and melters over in this area for these. So we have 3 arc furnaces here. Go ahead and do that one. And we need to make sure we have room for our metal casters. I'm guessing this is going to work about as fast as the other. So we're going to make sure we leave room for 3 of them. Now, I want to actually try something. Copy. Copy that. I've actually never done it without making an actual blueprint for it. But I think this would be way smarter than making a blueprint. Because I don't need to keep it. Alright, so this one we will use for our gold, I guess. Actually, gold is on that outer line. Let's go ahead and do titanium here. So then we can have this one turn and come down here. And we don't have that much here. Jam most of it in there. And then neodymium we actually have less of it. I thought we had more of it. Alright, so we're gonna run that one down. And it will go there. And I'm gonna need to make more of the casters, which I can do here in a minute. Go ahead and put that there. And that one is for neodymium. I'll jam as much in there as I can. And then finally our gold will be the one on the bottom here. That one I have a bunch of. Alright, so right now we're going to do this. And I'm actually going to take that out of there because we don't want a buffer chest for gold. So we're basically going to use the metal casters and their output as the way of determining if we need the other ones. I'm actually going to take these two out of here and then just ghost these two in because we don't have enough of them. But basically, since we're getting all 3 of these out of the same material, out of the same fluid, we'll let them decide which one is going to be made by if there is room for that to be made. Which means I'm going to have to change this because the gold will end up getting filled and it'll back up the other 2. And I'm not quite sure which one we're going to need more of. From what I can see, neodymium is going to be used for our bots. Titanium is going to be used for substations. And gold I haven't really looked into yet, but I'm guessing it's going to be for a more advanced circuit. But that would be just my guess because of how much more of it we're getting than anything else. Construction bots is done. So let's go ahead and get our personal roboport researched. That way we can make construction bots, and I will probably do the advanced roboport next. That way we can get these made. Ooh, a charging station. That is nice. Nice to have a way for these guys to charge. Alright, so I guess we just need to get some power to these guys. This, that, and that. Make sure we have plenty of power up to each one. And then we need to set each one of these for gold. And you're going to be a pain, aren't you? Alright, we'll just do that. And that will get us our gold smelted, which that one should have more casters, but it'll be fine for the moment. This was our Neodymium. That'll get that taken care of. And then we'll throw one of these up here. And that will take care of our titanium. Now we just need to get our 3 belts ran out here. So we'll have that one, and that one. And now we got to figure out how we're getting those onto our... Why are those lights flickering like that? Whoa, that is really weird. I have never seen that do that before. I have no idea what's causing that. It's only in the map though. Oh no, it's not. I don't know if that's like a chunk error or something. That is really weird. It's only that set that's doing it. Oh, those aren't doing it. Something is messed up right there, and I don't know what it is. Let's just stay away from that. Alright, personal roboport is done. Let's go ahead and get the advanced roboports. I'll set up making both. Well, I'll make some regular roboports and then we'll probably set up making these. Which that takes the fiber reinforced plastic, so we've got to start making that stuff. It also takes natural fiber reinforced plastic. So we're going to have to get both of those set up before we do it. Let's go ahead and start getting these output. And then we have to decide where we're putting them and if we need them on our main line. And if we need them on the main line, where we're going to put them in there at and how, basically. Which our main line has kind of moved down to here. I don't know that we need regular stone anymore on this line down here, so we may not be putting one on here. This is kind of my circuit area, so maybe we'll run it onto the main one just down here further, or we may have to look at something else, because let's look at, as of right now, the only thing that we need it for is this flying robot frame. We need the neodymium for, and the engines need the gold. That's what that was for. So we definitely need to have gold and neodymium to wherever we're making our bots at. So maybe we'll just make a bot construction area and send those two there for right now. And then titanium, as I know it, I guess we could just look these up. Titanium, as I know it right now, this is what we're going to be using it for. We will need it for assembling machine 3. We will need it for, that's the regular beacon. Not sure that we're going to need them since we have the KL1 beacons. Although I do find it strange that those come before this one, since they're more advanced. You're going to hear a lot of that in this series, that I think things are need a little tweaking in the research. Advanced rubber ports are going to need it, which we just talked about. There's a drill that's going to need it. Heat pipes is going to need it. We're going to need it for our pink or purple, whichever you want to call that. So we're definitely going to have that going to our science area down here. And then there's a titanium composite, and that's it. Okay, so titanium definitely needs to get onto our main line here. Gold, like I said, we're going to need that for the engine units. We're going to need it for blue circuits, which is what I figured. We're going to need it for gold cable for high-end circuits, which are HCPs. I do find it weird that we're not making gold cable for the engines. I think that's something I would have actually done for the engines myself. But anyways, and we're going to need it for a plasma container. One gold is going to give 25% gold, and then hydrogen and oxygen. So this is basically like electrolyzing hydrogen and oxygen, or electrolyzing water for hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, so we will need them for circuits. So we definitely need to get that onto the circuit line. And then the last one is the neodymium. And again, it's needed for bots. It's needed for the next tier beacon and energy providers and the core. It's needed for a magnet, magnetizing data, magnetizing facility, plasma facility. It's going to be needed for a science pack. Alright, so yeah, basically that says we need it on the belt. All 3 of them. So let me actually, did I ever do radars? Because I still haven't put a radar down at this end yet. If I haven't, I'm going to automate that here in a bit. I was thinking I had. had. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like I did, so I will probably throw them back in this area somewhere. Let's get a little bit of iron. At least get one made. Go over here. If I put it there. Oh, we can't put it there because we don't have that hooked up yet. Alright, so I put it there. That'll let me see the entire belt there. Okay, that'll work. So I think what we're going to do is basically knock all of these trees out of here, and we will bring those 3 new materials in over this direction, and we'll put them into the line probably right below where our circuits are. We'll just basically do, because we have green circuits up there, red circuits here, this is for blue circuits. That's what this belt is here. And then I think this bottom one is for the HCPs. So we'll basically just have these 3 lines that'll be for the new materials. So I'll have to get these trees out of here and we'll get that injected. We're probably going to be moving this core and its production, seeing as how we need basically both of the injection ports. We're going to need to be injecting fluid into both of them. We're probably going to redo this and move it up into this area where we can get it turned on at some point. Let me go look and see about getting this over here, and then we are probably going to do our automating of making bots next time, so I can start having some construction bots. So give me just a minute. I'm gonna run these belts and then I will show you what we have worked out. Wait a minute. Why are we out of aluminum? My guess is we are full of dirty water. Okay, so that is going to be an issue if we're running out of aluminum, because we don't have, because as of right now that's our only way of making it. Yeah, it only comes from stone giving off dirty water. Alright, so we may have to turn our iron off here. That way we're not making iron with the dirty water system, we're only making it with the rich. Because it's making iron quite often. And we're going to have to basically set this so it can turn back on if we are low on aluminum. So we'll have to put a 3rd condition in there for that pump. But I think for right now, what we're going to do is just take all of these out of here. That way we won't be making iron any longer, so that every time we can use dirty water, it'll specifically be the stone, which will give us aluminum. We'll see if that works. And if that works, then we won't have to do the circuit thing. But anyways, let me get these ran and I'll be back with you. Alright, so we're down here for the moment because I needed to put in a lot more sulfuric acid to make a lot more hydrofluoric acid because we were running out of iron badly because we did not have enough hydrofluoric acid to process all of the aluminum. And while we were down here, I noticed that this is doing the same issue that up here was doing, and I found that if I pull this out, so we're not running off of our energy injector thing over here, that we don't have that issue. We don't have enough power, but we don't have that issue. I'm quite concerned on why we don't have power, because we have power over here. We have plenty of it. So that means somehow we have managed to not connect these two. That's what we're going to do now. That will turn everything back on. So now that everything's back on, we're good on power and we don't have any more flickering. So I don't know if it's something to do with this or if it's the way I have it circuited up, which I don't know how that would be the case, but we're just going to leave that off for right now. And I went ahead and got the purple production science, which I don't even see it down here. There it is. The production science pack, we got that finished. And we're almost done with the stone mining now. And I'm completely out of pipes getting this taken care of. And so we now have stone mining done. So I think I'm going to do the worker robot speed and the worker robot cargo size and logistics next to get those three taken care of. Since we have lots of things that we need to work on, you can see we still don't have enough aluminum coming in here. So we definitely got to get that taken care of. Iron has, it seemed, kicked back up. And it looks like we're actually running our aluminum now, so that's good. We just don't have enough stone coming in. My guess is because this is eating a ton of it. Yeah, we've got a red belt running through there. And it's just not enough to keep that fed. So we might have to run a second belt through there, which is not an issue. We have a train bringing our stone in here, so we should easily be able to get a second stone line up there. But since we ran so low, it might just be filling up on the aluminum now that we've got iron only going on that other side. And let's see, how is our iron is doing good now. So glad to see that. We have plenty of hydrofluoric acid up here. I did go ahead and change that out to all red so it can run nicely. Our root water looks like it is full, and that's because this is backed up. I still have not gotten the belts completed because I was running out of the red belts, but I did manage to get it. Ran a pretty decent line here. And do this again. So what I did is just ran these 3 over here. Like I said, I don't have all of them done yet because I do not have enough of these belts. I had to turn it here because of the coal that we will eventually be needing to grab. I have it worked out all the way down, and basically this is where they're going to be depositing. So I will be back with you guys in the next one. I'll go ahead and work on getting this belt line finished up and getting that all over there. I ended up putting 2 of these on here, which is more than what these 2 can make, just so I could get more and more of these belts done at a time. But I will get this belt done, be back with you guys in the next one, and we're probably going to be automating making construction bots, logistics bots, and roboports. So have a good one, and I will see you next time.